What's going on, traders? In this video, I'm going to break down the exact strategy that I plan to use to make 10 to 20K a month copy trading with prop accounts. I'm going to backtest it live with you guys while I'm using Zoom so you can see the timer running, watch me do this in real time, not me cherry pick anything, but mark my chart up, backtest with you as if I was trading in a 50K Top Step account, which I do live every day. Make sure you hit subscribe. I'm live almost every day, 9:30 a.m., 100% free here on YouTube, trading the funded prop accounts that I'm going to be demonstrating the strategy in for you guys right here. So without further ado, let's hop right into TradingView. We will throw this bad boy in replay mode. Let's get going so you guys can see what's up here. Move this out of the way. Yeah, I'm going to do it all in one shot. I don't care about no fancy editing. We don't need none of that. We're going to keep it real here. So let's go to select a random bar. Don't know what we landed on here, and we will go ahead and mark our chart up. So for this strategy, this approach, I'm going to be trading 9:30 a.m. for NYSE Open. I'm going to be looking at ES. This is the 1-minute ES S&P 500 futures contract, and we're going to be utilizing basic price action, market structure, and volume. Let's go ahead and move my face down here so you guys can see me. Cool. Can I widen that out? Nope, I'm going to leave it right there. So let's go ahead and play this chart forward to the next 9:30 a.m. time frame, right? And we won't know what's coming next, but we'll just go ahead and bring this bad boy forward. Cool. Let's go ahead and jump to the 30. Again, this takes a little bit of time to do, but if I just hopped on and clipped the video together, you would have to assume that I knew what was coming next, and I would just cherry pick it to make sure that I took wins and, made the approach look really good. So I'm going to do it this way with you guys, the way that I like to see it done. Cool. So we're coming into 9:30 a.m. open. Here's what I'm going to use. Couple objective levels, the tools on my chart. This is the standard session VWAP. This is visible range volume profile, and I have traditional volume down on the bottom. That's it. This is just a vertical line to mark 9:30 a.m. open. Here's what I'm going to go ahead and mark off. First, 2 objective levels. Objective meaning you can find them the exact same way with this definition that I'm about to give you. First is overnight high and low. From session changeover, right? From 6 p.m. Eastern to 9:30 a.m. Eastern. The overnight session from the close of prior day session trading futures to the new session right before 9:30 a.m. What's the high and the low? Well, there's the high. We'll just go ahead and leave these as orange. And there's the low, right? Here's the high. Here's the low. You can look down on the bottom here at the time. That's the session changeover right there. You can see that move right there. If we zoomed in, you could also see it on the VWAP, which gets a little bit funky right there when we have session changeover. Next, 2 objective levels that I'm going to put in on my chart are prior days, high and low, right? So this is Tuesday, February 11th. We are going to go for the entire prior day. And we can make this a little bit easier just by hopping out to a little bit higher time frame, right? And we can mark off prior day. Actually, we can just hop to the daily, make it real easy. Go for prior day session. Boom. Right off of the top there. We'll make this color white. And we will make this one white way down here. Now, back to our 1 minute. The other VWAP that we are going to use is prior day NYSE session VWAP. Boom. And we'll do this a lot quicker on the next round. From Monday, 9:30 a.m. right here. Boom. And session VWAP from the current day. Anchored to 9:30 a.m. This is going to be the New York VWAP for today. We'll make this one blue. Now our chart is marked up, ready to roll. Prior day session high and low. Overnight session high and low. We can see where we're opening up. Here's the thought process with this strategy. Again, basic market structure, price action, and volume tools, VWAPs. We're going to look to trade with the trend. We're going to wait to see how this market opens up. I'm not even going to use opening ranges, which I do in my live sessions for this example, just to keep it stupidly simple. I'm going to wait to see how this opens up relative to yesterday's candle, right? And the overnight session, and the couple key VWAPs that we have on our chart. We have 3. Session VWAP, prior day, 9:30 a.m. session, anchored, and anchored to 9:30 today. If we start to sell off, we're going to look for a break and retest, pull back, a way to structure risk and jump in on a sell. If we start to push to the upside, we're going to do the exact opposite. So let's start to play this thing forward. And again, like I talked about in the beginning, in the title of this video, we're going to trade this as if we are in a Top Step 50K account with $2,000 worth of drawdown trailing end of day, and we're looking to make some money, make it towards a payout. How we would amplify this, right, to make it to $10,000 to $20,000 a month trading is to look how we make out over the next few days, small sample size, and anticipate that we are copy trading across 5 accounts, which I do live. So we're starting to hold right above. This is a little bit early, but we're holding right above these VWAPs here. Let's go ahead and throw a buy in. I'm going to look to a buy up towards this level here. Let's go ahead and buy 5 micros. This is the MES chart. We're going to structure our risk nice and wide, stop loss down around this area, and maybe we'll look to take profit up near this area. Discretionary, but simple price action market structure, right? We are trending to the upside right off the open. We are breaking above session VWAP. We pulled back down, retested our session VWAP and our NYSE session VWAP right here, and we are starting to find some buyers, at least for right now, holding above this. We start to sell directly off all the way below this open. I think we are more likely to head lower, maybe break overnight low to the downside, and less likely to continue this move to the upside. But right here, right now, I think we're headed towards this overnight high, this prior day session VWAP, at least for a test. So let's go ahead and, yeah, we could just comfortably structure this one, a little bit positive as a 1-to-1, see if we can't get a break and a crack above, take some quick profit, and move on to the next day. We will take wins, we'll take losses. You'll see this play out in real time. So we go ahead and play this forward. Whoa, we had a little bit of volatility there. Crack to the upside, crack to the downside. Let's see if we take an L on this first one, if we are indeed going to come lower. And nope. Ooh, we get close. We just crack above. Let's see, can we sweep these highs? There we go. Nice. $250 to start the session off. And again, I'm going to play this forward a little bit quicker. For the next ones, we'll mark it up a little bit quicker. But we started off this session, $250 in the green. Again, we are theoretically copy trading across 5 top step accounts. That's 250 times 5, just in one day of trading so far. If we had lost that one, we'd be red, but we'd be in an okay spot. Let's see if we get a second follow-up trade on this Tuesday, February 11th. Pull back. We start to come back down through, if we start to come back down through these levels right here, I may look for a sell back down towards VWAP, back down towards this area of high volume. We have some structure to the upside. This still looks bullish, but we already got our buy trade in, and we are really failing to just maintain, at least for right here, this strong trend to the upside, right? That's my basic interpretation of what's going on in the chart. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? We're not going to take a sell on this. We're just going to go through to the next day. Let's say that's our session, and we're done. We're going to try to trade with the trend like we talked about at the beginning. We have VWAPs, starting to line up to the upside. This looks like it's going to come through. Gun to my head, I'm looking short on this. Looks like we at least want to come down lower to retest VWAP. But let's go ahead and play this one forward to the next day very quickly, okay? So we'll jump right out to the hourly chart. $250 on day one. We'll get a couple days in. You can watch how this strategy plays out in real time. There's our 9:30. There's our 9 a.m. Let's get to 9:30, right? Because we're going to go right to the next day. And we will play this forward. We will move our VWAPs up, move our levels real quick, and get a couple days of testing in. Basic price action, market structure, making 10 to 20K a month through prop firms copy trading. We could talk more about that. Boom. Let's run this one. Back on the 1-minute chart, let's go ahead and mark up our overnight high and low, right? Let's make sure we know how to mark these. This is going to be our overnight high, right? Here's session changeover, and here's 9:30 a.m. What's the high that's been traded right here? Here's our overnight low, right? Let's go and mark out prior day high, going to be right here. And prior day low, going to be right there. Boom. Now let's fix our VWAP lines up. This is our 9:30 a.m. session VWAP. Let's bring that one forward. Whoa. That's my background screens. But again, we're going to do this one in one shot. I'm not going to edit this one so you guys can see that I'm doing it in real time rather than cherry picking it. Let's just mark a fresh one here. Again, so we got session VWAP anchor to 9:30 a.m. We have prior day. Where's our 9:30? 9:30. Whoa, not that. Sorry, guys. Let's get it together here. 9:30 a.m. Boom. Yeah, we'll get a couple days of this in. And we will make that one the red color, pink color, whatever color we had. Okay, marked up and ready to roll. We're on the 1 minute chart. Just coming into the open, understanding where we're at relative to prior day's candle. We are high in that prior day, right? This is yesterday's high. This is yesterday's low. We're approaching the top end of that. We are in the high end of the overnight session range. We are sitting above session VWAP, and session VWAP is above prior day session VWAP. Everything is looking pretty bullish here coming into the open. But we're going to let the market open up and just look to flow with that trend that starts to develop within the first few minutes. And try to use key levels, key VWAPs as potential targets, potential areas to take profit to structure risk. So, okay, we start to sell off. We start to bounce down here around VWAP. Let's see if we really start to slice through, in which case we may look for a sell. Okay, no, this is showing some strength. So let's go ahead and hop into a buy. Yeah, that's a decent amount of risk just with a stop down below that level. Let's go ahead and go. Yeah, let's keep the show rolling. We won't roll with a fixed take profit. But at very least, I'm looking for a crack above this level, maybe back up towards prior day's high. But let's see what we get out of this one. We may have to take an L, right? We did bounce after getting below VWAP, but we did see some selling pressure here. So let's see if, in fact, we are just retesting before a continuation lower, or if we're going to follow a little bit of this higher time frame trend to the upside. Okay, shows us some profit. We come back down to test. Do we get our stop ran through? Decision getting made. VWAP holding. Oh, this looks pretty good. There we go. Nice crack above. Let's go ahead and say, yeah, let's wait for a test of overnight high. Let's see if we can get that. It'd be pretty sweet. Or prior day, excuse me. Ooh, we come lower. We come back up. Nice. We take a win. Okay, second day, over $400 worth of profit. We're green. 681 times 5 top step accounts. We're making money. This is looking good. This is just 2 days, right? Small sample size. Let's see if we can get another one in real quick. I will remove these drawings, and just for the purpose of this next one, I won't mark the chart. I'll start moving it a little bit faster. We'll kind of just take a half a second here to get here. While I'm marking this up, if you are looking for accounts to copy trade, Tradeify allows you to copy trade up to 5 accounts. They are straight to funded, meaning you do not have to take an evaluation. They cost a little bit more, but you are able to copy trade 5 of them right off the bat. You move directly into a funded account. There's no evaluation. There's no wasting time, potentially failing prop accounts and going through that difficult struggle that a lot of traders go through. So link will be below for that. Link in the description. More than happy to talk to you about that. Hit me up. Free Discord. I'm here live every day, almost every day on YouTube, like I talked about. 9:30 a.m. trading the open. So here's our prior day session VWAP. Here is our NYSE VWAP. Yeah, we're going to run it right to the front here. 9:30. Boom. We're going to make that one blue. And again, like I said, I'm not going to mark up overnight high and low. We know where they are based on these levels right here. I'm not going to mark up prior day high and low. We are way high in yesterday's high, yesterday's candle, opening up almost at yesterday's candle high. But just for the purposes of moving this thing along, see if we can't get another couple wins in here. Keep this win streak rolling, man. Okay, so we're opening up right at VWAP. This looks strong. I could see a push up towards this overnight session high right here. While I'm at it, I marked it. There we go. Overnight session high and low. But let's just wait a little bit more to see what we get out of this. Okay, we're showing strength. Let's go ahead and, again, just same play, man. Let's take a buy to the upside. That's not a whole lot of risk. Let's put a little bit more on. We will add and just say, hey, we jumped in with like 7 contracts, $280 worth of risk. Again, keeping risk controlled, right? With $280 worth of risk, we're able to take multiple stop outs before we get to that $2,000 max loss limit in a top step account. You know, if we have to take one here, we don't wipe out all of the profit that we made, right? You know, we're still looking okay. So we do break to the upside. Let's see if we can grab it near yesterday's high, or if we have to come back all the way through. So we test VWAP. That looks really good. Again, for the purposes of these examples, I'm not moving stop loss. Like right here, you might say, hey, stop loss to break even. But I'm just keeping it like stupidly simple for you guys. You know, looking for around a 1-to-1, maybe a little bit higher, or just, you know, off of price action and market structure. So, you know, had we gone stop loss to break even, we would have got stopped on that one. We're coming through VWAP. This is looking a little bit dicey, or at least testing right now. You know, if I was actively managing this myself, trading it, I might be out on this one. But again, we're just going to play these forward and kind of see what it looks like running this as a stupidly simple, you know, hardly actively managing our trades. Okay, we do take a stop out on that one. Good. $400. Let's see if we get a second setup. We do come through VWAP. This is looking somewhat choppy. We start to come lower. I'm going to take this as the break and retest to the downside, right? We put a lower low in here. We broke through all of this. Failed to go higher. Came lower. Pulled back up. This looks like a sell for sure. I'm going to take it from up here. We'll see if we can't make something happen on this one. Okay, we're a little bit wide on risk with this. It's a little bit heavy, but let's see if we can't get a sell. Again, flowing with the trend, right? We are now below both of our VWAPs. We're breaking and retesting. We have selling pressure on the 1 minute, coming back down in. Let's see if we can't get a move down towards overnight low. We didn't want to come up towards overnight high. We didn't want to continue to the upside. Let's see if we can continue to the downside. If not, we get chopped. We give back some profit. We move on to the next day. Play this one forward. Yeah, and we won't set a take profit. We didn't have one on the last. Okay, we start to move lower. We're gonna look for a 1-to-1 if we can grab it. Checking out VWAP. Can we break lower? Show us around that $300 some odd worth of profit. Let's see. Ooh, not bad. All the way back up to dance around at VWAP. Let's play it forward just a little bit faster. This is going on into the afternoon, and we do pull back up and dance around for forever. Man, this would have been an insane hold. You know, for the purposes of the list, let's say we get a break even here. You know, we get a close to a break even. Back and forth probably would have been stopped at this point had we moved all the way lower and then come all the way back up to VWAP. Let's say we get out for break even right around there. Worst case, we do take, you know, some type of a small loss, but it comes back and forth, and now we're at the end of the day here. So let's get one more day in with this. One more day. Remove the drawings real quick. We'll play it forward. And again, we had 3 days so far of trading. Let's get a fourth and then just kind of extrapolate, you know, what this would look like had we been copy trading and see if we are close to our 10 to 20K a month goal. Simple price action market structure using some volume tools. Again, I'm just going to mark up prior day's VWAP, anchored VWAP to, yep, we are on Monday. We're going to go 9:30 right about here. Boom. We'll make that one red, keep it consistent. We will mark up our session VWAP off of about 9:30 right here. Boom. And yeah, we won't mark prior day session high and low just to keep this show moving. But we know the levels that we're looking at roughly based on market structure. Okay, we sell off. We're looking bullish, right? So session VWAP above prior day session VWAP. We are high, obviously, in the daily candle. We are way up above all these, way up near all of these highs. We're opening up fairly bullish here. Let's see if we do have to sell off or if we find some support down here and start to push back up. Again, utilizing our volume tools here. Okay, so aggressive selling at the open, testing prior day session VWAP, looking like we want to break to the downside. I'm going to wait to see if we do indeed break or if we get a retest of these levels. What happens, these VWAPs, what happens when we get back up here? Do we start to sell off really aggressively? I'm going to look for a short. Do we start to break above and hold? I'm going to look for a long. Simple as that. Okay, quick test. Not taking it just yet, not jumping in. We're still kind of chopping. Would really have liked to seen a test of session VWAP. Choppy, choppy, choppy. Okay. Back up to session VWAP. Do we turn and burn to the downside or we start to break and hold above? Going to give it a little bit more time. This one is taking a long time for a setup, but if we don't have a setup, we don't have a setup. Slowly, slowly grinding to the upside. All right, let's go ahead and take a buy on this one just for the purposes of this example. This is really slow moving price action. But yeah, let's just go ahead and take that. Why? We found support at prior day session VWAP. Look at how clean that level held. Not magical, basic anchored VWAP. Broke above our current session after this sell-off. Broke and retested current VWAP, and we're moving all the way back up towards the highs. Let's say we're taking a buy above, and we're going to scale in. Yeah, that's a decent spot for an invalidation, right? We have to come back down below these 1 minute lows. Maybe we're going to head lower and retest to the downside, but we're looking for a pushback up towards these highs. So let's see if we can get it. Nice break to the upside. Again, we're not going to move stop loss to break even. In another world, maybe you are moving stop loss to break even at this point. Like I said, you can get really, creative with your trade management. But let's just say we take a $315 winner on a $210 risk right there. Close it out, and we are at 725. Okay, I think that was 4 trading days, right? 4 trading days. So let's just go ahead and do the quick math on this one. Let's say we trade. Let's say we got 725 across 5 trading days, right? Again, this is a very small sample size. This is not exactly how it's going to work out every week. Of course, trading is very non-linear, but for the purposes of this example, let's say we ended up with 725 across 5 trading days, right? With wins and losses. That would be $145 per day, right? Let's say we are copy trading across 5 accounts, 5 Top Step accounts, 5 Tradeify accounts, which you can sign up for through the link down below in the description. 145, again, times 5 is right at that 725. If we did that for 5 days out of every trading week, we would be at $3,625 per week. 4 weeks in a month brings us to $14,500, right in between our $10,000 to $20,000 goal. Here's the purpose of this video, guys. 2 reasons. Let's go ahead and stop the share. 1, to talk to you about a very, very simple system, the system that you watch me trade live free here every single day. Basics of that system. A little bit of special sauce added in there, which I'm happy to show you. No gatekeeping. And the power of copy trading, right? If we are able to actually turn a profit, we are able to amplify our winners while keeping risk low, right? We're only shooting for these $200, $300, $400 trades. But because that's magnified by 5, or if you wanted to copy trade more accounts, you can copy trade up to however many available across firms, right? Maybe 5 from Tradeify, 5 from Top Step, 5 from your next favorite firm, Take Profit Trader or somebody else. You're able to maximize those profits. And it really acts as this loophole to the tight drawdown that you have to work in. A lot of guys have these big goals. They want to make $10,000 to $20,000. If you are profitable, if you do have an edge, because if you don't, you're putting more risk on the line and you just stand to lose money 5 or 10 times as fast. But if you do have an edge in the market and you're struggling to make it work with these tight drawdowns, I would consider expanding your offering, what your portfolio of prop firms, and lowering risk, considerably lowering risk, giving yourself a lot of consecutive losses and bad losing streaks before you blow the account. But copy trading, that's the power right there of copy trading. Just doing $145, excuse me, per day. Again, doing that math, $145 per day on average. Let's say we're net that times 5 accounts times 20 trading days in a month. I'm not going to edit any of this coffee now, guys, because I want you to know it's real. Again, small sample size. We would probably have a lot of ebb and flow where we'd have some drawdown, we'd have some nice run-ups. But just as an example, more than happy to show you how and what I do live every day. Subscribe here, 9:30 a.m. Eastern, and check out the link to Tradeify down below. I also run a free Discord community, over 1,500 members, where I share all of my thoughts like this for free, answer questions, give you guys news, information about the markets, and really try to support you in your trading journey. Thanks for watching this long. If you did, hit like, hit subscribe. I'll see you guys 9:30 a.m. tomorrow if you're watching this on a weekday.